back to AI Searched, the podcast about machine learning and AI in every industry. We're so excited to have Tvrtko here, who came all the way from Seattle to talk to us and see what's up around his life and his career. Hey Tvrtko, welcome.
Hello.
And back home to Zagreb, right?
Yes.
Sort of.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of live on both sides of the Atlantic, so... Although I'm mostly in Seattle, these days, yeah.
Sounds good. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing right now in Microsoft and with Copilot.
Okay, so the way I would like to phrase it, so you know how large language models are everywhere and everybody's talking about them. So they take a while to train and get data. So what I'm working on is providing AI with real-time data.
All right.
Now, do you want to know more about it, or should we stay at that?
That's pretty good. Of course, I want to know more.
Yeah. So the problem is, so the LLM, how search works and so on. So they're able to provide the answer, but they don't have up-to-date information. And so back in the day, so like this was the beginning of last year. Bing started with this idea that we can combine the search engine and the large language model, and then Google came along as well. And so the idea is that we also use search to get emails, files, and things like that, and that these files, that information is up to date.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah.
How up to date? Are we talking about exact day, exact minutes?
No. So yeah, it should be within seconds. So the moment you send me an email, and then I ask, do I have any emails from Tanya, and then it's supposed to have an up-to-date index and find that email.
Perfect.
But I'm mostly concentrated on files, my team.
Yeah. Well, that's great though, because you can search within those files within seconds of it being uploaded.
Yeah, that's I always get surprised how fast the search actually gets updated. Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
How are the users experiencing, actually being able to search, I would say, into files, into multimodal search, technically, right? They were able to search different images and files within using Copilot?
So we are working on enabling a lot of things. And so we are primarily interested at enterprise customers. Mm-hmm. So because like the idea is Copilot, at least the version I'm working on is Microsoft 365 Copilot, mm-hmm. and this is a version for businesses, so the ones that already have Office 365 subscription, and they are supposed to get this Copilot as a tool to do their work faster. So look, if so, essentially what is supposed to happen is you're supposed to be able to get information both from the web and what is available to you internally within the company, and what is available on your let's say personal thing within the company, because not everyone has access to your mailbox, of course.
Yeah.
And so this search is supposed to help you essentially, we are not there yet, but
mm-hmm.
At least what the company has as a vision is that, for example, in a PowerPoint, you could tell the Copilot that you want slides about some topic you're working on, and then let's say there's some general topic that you want to address. So you say also add a slide about some legal stuff, like let's say GDPR, and then pulls it from the web, and then maybe somebody's biography,
mm-hmm.
also, so maybe even an image. But I said we're not there yet, but we are able to, like, for example, harness what is available in the emails and files and come up with a text that would explain to a user.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives you a tool to start with, and then you can find it.
Yeah. I mean, even going into the future kind of roadmap of what that will become, I think that's going to completely change the aspect of any office admin, any office work. Creating presentations is hopefully going to be a lot easier.
Yeah, and also documents. I mean, I think everyone today starts, when you want to type on some generic topic. I don't think you're like, I'm going to take a look at the book and then write it. I think everyone starts with a large language model, and then okay, this sounds reasonable. Let's check it out if it's actually if there was no hallucination, and if the dates are correct, and then you add something of your own. And I mean, at least that's how I do it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are doing this, all the way from students doing their homework to professionals doing their job, how to write an email better, how to do a document, how to even write contracts. Sometimes I feel like people are kind of pushing that all through large language models.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, as a non-native English speaker, have these the figures in the language are kind of more challenging for me. So like writing more effective emails is pretty good, like using the large language models. Of course, then I tailor them down so that they sound more like me, not like, but yeah, but I'm kind of, I like to write my emails effectively and get right to the point. While in the US they like to, I'm so excited and things like that, and I'm thinking like that kind of, but yeah, but it does.
I am not excited to write you this email.
No, but it does make the email look more impressive and more effective, and
Yes.
people do read it more. So yeah, so it's with more more into detail. Yeah.
Yeah, with more joy when they hear that you're excited to talk to them via
Yeah,
email. Incredible. What are some things that you personally like? Are there any research topics that you're working on, or things that you're personally looking forward in with machine learning?
Oh, so I was working on, I'm still dragging some things from the previous project. So we used to work on it's kind of related to what we're doing now. We used to work on essentially connections within Office 365, because when you have a internal search, people often look for some generic titles, like let's say 2024 yearly report. And if you're in a big company, there's probably like 10 teams writing or more writing such a report, and you want to provide a report that's actually relevant to you. So what we were doing is we were working on this kind of thing called the Office graph, where the connections between like the users, the documents, the emails, the calendars, the meetings, and so on. And we were working on kind of like how to harness this and provide the user with the most relevant document. So we are now experimenting with a bit of a different technique, but in the previous approach we were able to show that one technique had some issues and that the other was actually better.
Okay.
So we are working on kind of publishing this result out, and we are now we have a paper out, and we are waiting to hear back. So we submitted to a pretty important conference called I Clear. I forgot what it stands for, but it's an international conference on learning representation. Okay, that's the name. Yeah. So but we are also gonna provide. So there was a lot of math in it. So I'll be talking in January at the. So there's this big conference called the Joint Mathematics Meetings, which is like an American conference organized by the American Mathematical Society and a lot of other societies like the American Statistical Association, Society for Industrial and Applied Mathematics, and many other associations. And we got invited to speak for a whole hour in a session on knowledge graphs. That's cool. It was actually tailored for us. So, and then we decided to make it a more like because this is also how search works, and it's kind of like related to AI. So our topic is large scale graphs in Microsoft AI. That's the official title of
Very cool.
So, yeah, there'll be other companies attending as well, but it seems we're the only one who actually put the name of the company, the title, but we wanted to make it more effective so that we actually attract people. So.
Yeah, well, I think that's like a good point to have. Microsoft has been doing a lot of this office work graphs, yearly reports for so many years that why not just shove it in the title so everyone knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Do you feel that, Microsoft has been doing a lot of, as you said, deciding which way is working better and then kind of flipping and reprogramming things to work better in a lot of its tools, or just now recently with its machine learning?
I think everyone is doing that. So everyone is reassessing all the time what is going on. And they are working on improving stuff, and also many people are not aware of this, but a lot of things fail in the industry. So the thing is the things that succeed, you hear about them, and then you think that companies are wow, they're amazing, they have all this success. But in many ways, especially with machine learning, people work on something that doesn't work, they move on and so on. So it's not uncommon for for things to be more successful, and then you see let's do that. And also the thing is, once the product actually reaches the customers, the thing is, will they accept it? Will they, stick to it? Yeah. So that's also a challenge. So there are a few things, things there. Will the technique that you are working on, will it actually provide the product that's reasonable? And then the question is, will the users actually,
yeah,
take it and go on with it.
inherit that product. Yeah. How do you feel? Maybe you know or you don't know. How do you feel about Copilot? Is it very like a sustainable software? Or is it using like a lot of energy? How much do you really need a large graphics card on a computer, or is this something that Microsoft is hopefully? I mean, I heard that they're building, giant power plants, nuclear
Oh
power
no, no.
plants,
So they're
and
not
everything.
building. No, no, no. They. I mean, I also read this in the news, so I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. Yeah, just want to disclaimer. Everything I say is my personal opinion. Doesn't necessarily reflect the views of the company.
Yeah, of
So
course.
there's I mean, every company has a challenge with providing data centers. With the for the AI, and so they've been working on getting the energy for them, and
Yeah.
I've been reading. Yeah, most of the things I read is in the newspapers, and yes, so Microsoft had a commitment to go carbon neutral or
Yeah.
negative, I believe. So but they did go with the nuclear power plant because it's already so for people who are not aware, there was this nuclear power plant that has essentially been idle, and Microsoft has decided to essentially make a contract with them to reactivate it and build. I believe the data center should be as close as possible because you actually lose energy when you
Yeah, when
transport
you're
it. Yeah.
transporting energy.
Yeah, and it's been that's been a bit controversial, but other companies have been following suit. But yeah, I was reading, so I was looking through these articles in Wall Street Journal, Washington Post, and so on, and yeah, it seems big companies are running out of energy for the needs that they have. And
Yeah.
yeah, there will be some. Hopefully, they will resolve it. Yeah, I mean, Microsoft has been experimenting. I know when I came, they had so to cool the data center, they put the data center underwater and all
I saw
kinds of
this too.
yeah, all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff. So hopefully there will be some solution to it. And I also think as things progress, the models will get optimized, and hopefully they will not consume as much energy. I mean, this has been the case with essentially everything.
Yeah.
I don't think the first car today, the engines have been optimized and so on. So I think the algorithms will also get optimized, and they will
Yeah. Are you
probably.
guys actively working on optimizing and
So we are
speed versus optimization?
yeah, we are working on. So we're a bit outside because we provide the language model with the data. We are not working directly on it, but yeah, we are also optimizing for things, and to make it sure that that it gets to the user as fast as possible and doesn't use too much data. But there are challenges to that because the search is becoming. I mean, people are anticipating that the search will get more complex because we all used to use when we did search, we would type essentially queries like short few words and hope for the best.
Yeah.
But now with the large language model, people are writing like okay, something this that and like five things, and then it's more complicated than.
Yeah.
And then it has to get all the files. It has to then
Answer all the questions that you could possibly and potentially ask of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, when you did the query before, you manually have to click on each one of them, look them through. But now this thing, just has to pick up everything, then digest it, and then provide you some reasonable
sort of,
output. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be a big challenge in the future. Hopefully, a challenge that is solvable with renewable energy.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, renewable energy. Yeah, I think that. I mean, everyone's investing a lot in it, so yeah. That's hopefully coming. Yeah, I'm hoping it won't it won't cause additional pollution. We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
We'll see. Well, maybe it will optimize other aspects of life in different ways, with Copilot and other search models. Will optimize other aspects of life so that we will be, saving some energy in some other aspects. Yeah.
Yeah, let's hope
Let's
so.
hope.
Yeah, I don't know personally.
Yeah.
I think they're working on. I mean, nobody wants to waste money on and pollute the air, and yeah. So I think every company is driven by efficiency. So let's hope that works out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these are early days, so so things are things are getting better. I know at the beginning we had very slow responses and things like that. They're now getting faster, and
Yeah.
I'm sure people are
That's great.
gonna get there. Yeah, and it's gonna be better. I mean, we did work on like small language models that can do specific tasks. So we are optimizing there because not everything needs a full huge
Yeah.
large language model. Some things that are simpler can be processed in a simpler way.
Yeah, awesome. What is the biggest thing that you're looking forward to in the next 5 years? Like, what kind of technology would you like to work in?
I don't know. So I'm hoping that the technology will become more understand. You know, currently there's a big like a big black box that we don't fully understand. So me as a so for people who don't know, I have a PhD in mathematics. So I'm hoping it will become more analytical, like but that might be an empty wish. We'll see. And I'm hoping that that we will still have things that are reserved for ourselves that AI will not be able to do.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
but we'll see about that. But I mean, I always compare the AI hype with like the space race during the Cold War, because they were saying how we're gonna live on the moon by 2000 and something, and we're still not
We're
there.
still here today.
Yeah, and they do have some problems bringing a few people down from the space station. So yeah, so one needs to be careful. But regarding the AI, I have to say some things have been when you say this will never be able to be done by the computer, some things have been like done by the computer where you said and so I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
incredible what we've achieved so far and what potentially could be achieved. Actually, quite shocking. Some things are better than I would expect, and some things are okay, not as exciting as we would hope for.
Yeah, I mean, especially like recently, they've been able to solve some math problems that you would have, that some high school students, most high school students can't even solve, like let's say high school level problems. So that was something that I thought, it would never be able to do some like geometry high school level problems, but
Yeah.
apparently recently Google said it's possible. So that's a bit of a surprise for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I think every technology at some point hits some kind of a like wall or dead end, but then something new appears, and then like we move in a new path and so on. So
Yeah.
some things will happen, and some things probably will be disappointing, and some things will probably happen that we didn't anticipate, and we'll see.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, 5 years, it's like I don't know. We'll see.
A lifetime away.
Yeah. That's a long time
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
Anyway, thanks so much for talking to me. It was so great to hear about what you're doing, and excited to hear from you soon about the developments that are being made. Yeah.
No problem. Thank you
Yeah.
for having me.
Thanks. You can watch AI Searched on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Let us know in the comments what you think.